Welcome to Blessed Mess. This channel is all about reselling. Please like and subscribe if you like the video. Welcome to Blessed Mess. I wanted to do a little haul video today, and this is very specific for guitar books, mandolin books, instruction books, and these sell really fast. It really depends on the subject matter and if they're vintage or not. And I'll start it off with, you'll see these guys. They're guitar case chord books. They're long. They're supposed to, fit where the neck of the guitar case is. You can pick these up pretty readily. This is from 1977. So it's got the fingerings in there. You can see them all. And they'll be, for B or D or whatever. So, and then this is what the back of it looks like for tuning. Just a quick guide. These sell for $10, no problem. Picked it up for $1. All these that I'm going to show you, I picked up for $1. This is a manuscript book, a Mel Bay manuscript book. It just got the lines in it. You can see. Somebody may want that, and this is just to give you an idea of the era, 1980. People probably just do this on the computer now, but if somebody wanted to do it longhand and they were in a cabin somewhere writing and they wanted to write down chords or music, then this would be something they could use. 1980. Now you'll see a lot of Mel Bay type stuff. This is backup tracks. These guys, swing and jazz, and I got these as a lot of swing and jazz. Now there's no compact disc in these, but these books are still good, and people will buy them. If it had the disc in them, it'd probably be $20 to $25 a piece. But I'll probably lock them both up. One is they're different backup tracks, so they're from different years probably, I guess, I don't know. But I'll probably lock these up. I'm going to look at them and make sure they're not exactly the same. But here are two of those. And I could turn on a better light. And there was lots of Gypsy Swing. Gypsy Swing is like Django Reinhardt. So Gypsy Swing. None of these have a CD in them. They're still a good book. Probably sell 10 to $15. This one does have the CD in it, so I could probably lock both of those up. I think this one probably go for 20, $25. Just have to look them up. But Gypsy Swing, it's just a jazz style. Here's another one, Gypsy Picking. And this is signed by the author Michael Horowitz, so it says "Enjoy, Michael." So this is like instructional, exactly how to start playing and doing picking patterns. It does not have a CD in it either, but this would probably be $20 pretty easily. I've looked up some of these. The ones with CDs in them, like this guy. This is Hot Club Session, Basic Acoustic Jazz Swing Jazz Guitar. So he teaches about how to do harmonics, and it's a lot of Django that are in here. This is $25. This is just basic jazz rhythm guitar, and it's called In the Pocket. So it just comes with the Freddie Green chords, and the CD goes with it, and so you can see all the chord inversions. It just teaches you the chords. This is $25 also. Here's the guy that I was talking about. It's pretty interesting though. He only played with 2 fingers. He got in an accident as an adult, and he lost these fingers, and he only could play with these 2 fingers, but man, he is pretty incredible. This is another one that does not have. If this had the CD, this is $50. This is a $50 book. If it does not have the CD, here's another one, The Genius of Django. This one did not come with a CD at all. Anyway, this is a $15 to $20 book. So I'll probably lot these two guys up and try to get a good price out of them because they've got different stuff in them. Henry Mancini Pink Guitar. It's another $40-$50 book. If it had the CD, it does not have the CD, but it does have all of the chords and sheet music. So easily a $20 guy. This is Steve Howe. And I am really struggling to know what band Steve Howe was in, and I'm just struggling. But this is $23 for this guitar tab. Guitar pieces in tab. So tablature is like an easier way to read the music instead of sight reading. It's like tab stuff. I don't know if you can see it. Shows you where your finger should be on the strings. I really want to say he's in yes. It's got a kind of an auto signature at the back. I'm gonna have to look up and see if this is a real signature or an auto signature. But it goes for quite a bit online, so I'm gonna have to look and make sure. But it's probably just an auto signature, but it's kind of cool. And but it's a tab book. I want to really say he's in yes, but man, I'm gonna have to look this up. Better look him up. But the first one that I saw was this Wes Montgomery, jazz guitarist. Man, he is an awesome jazz guitarist. If you ever get a chance, just pull up Wes Montgomery online, and there's a 1966 video of him in England, and it's great. It's always wonderful whenever Goodwill puts the sticker right on the front. Man, I'm surprised they didn't just put it right on his face. But anyway, this is a Mel Bay. This is probably $25. I think it's $23.95. And when it came out, it was $15. But he is so highly regarded that I wouldn't be surprised. This is from 1995. So 25 years old. It's a 25-year-old book. It's in great shape, and it's got a spiral bound, so it lays flat. It'll lay flat on your music stand, and it was $15 when it came out, but they don't make this guy anymore, so probably be $23 to $25. And then I got some baritone ukulele. I got two of those, and I'll just lot those up and probably sell them for like $10. Ukulele doesn't do as well, especially baritone ukulele doesn't do as well, so I'm glad that there were both of them so I could lot them up and give a better value, because I just paid $1 for each one of these. I paid $1 for all of them. So I paid $1 for all of them, and I think I have 16, and this Wes Montgomery will make that money back, or this Steve Howe, since they're so they have good sell-throughs on these guys, and the Django has good sell-throughs. So whenever I was looking them up, I was just looking for Django, and I know Django's was rare. His style is a unique style. It's a rare style, so you're not going to be able to pick it up just anywhere. And some of those books are really good. They have a good sell-through price, and they're a good price. Can't really find them on Amazon for any much more cheaper. I'll price them less than Amazon, and I'll blow through them. But yeah, it was a really good deal. So when I was looking on the shelf, You can see how thin these are, right? It's kind of like a, a coloring book or a kid's book. So they'll be on the top shelf if they have like really small shelves, so you can see all these guys are really tall. So whenever I'm going through the books and I see something really thin like that, if I see a thin book, I want to look at it, even if it's in the kids section. I have found all kinds of guitar books in the kids section. Piano books don't sell as well, but guitar books do. Um, so yeah, especially tab, if they've got tab in them. So guitar books sell really well. Be on the lookout for them, especially if they're jazz. Jazz is going to sell well. Blues is going to sell well. I've sold some country stuff, but that was my score today. Didn't really see very much, over the last couple of days at Goodwill. And when I don't see very much, I look for something tall books. Because if I see a tall book, maybe that's, so if I don't see very much, maybe I'll look for a tall, really thin book. If I see that, then I know it's music. Then I pull it back, it's music. If there's one music book and it's Goodwill, somebody's probably emptied out a drawer or a box and they just took it all to Goodwill. So if I find one, I'm looking for more. And the first one that I pulled was this West Montgomery, and it does not have the typical, it had this spiral binding. So I thought it was maybe a cookbook at first, but it's too tall to be a cookbook. Cookbooks are usually short, they're like this big. My hand's 8 inches, so it's usually like this big. This thing's huge, so that's the first one I saw, and I saw Wes Montgomery, and I thought, Wes Montgomery, somebody was a guitar player, because Wes Montgomery is a very well-regarded guitar player. So I was like, there's got to be more. And it was on another shelf and a little bit closer, and it was Django, and I was like, Django, that's like a huge name in guitar terms. So Django Reinhardt from the 30s, he played that particular style, and he just had those 2 fingers. So Django, just so you know, his style, Willie Nelson listened to Django whenever he was a kid, and so Willie Nelson wanted to play that jazz style, and he listened to a lot of Django. So that that particular Willie Nelson riff where he's going da 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 da, where he's walking it up. It's very similar to what I did a terrible walk up, but anyway, whenever Willie Nelson does that typical guitar walk up on the E string, that's what he sounds like. And he does a lot of that walk up stuff, and he plays super fast, and he plays an acoustic guitar. He plays an acoustic guitar, but plays a fast style, and it's very clear sounding. And so some of the phrasing sounds a lot like Willie Nelson, because Willie Nelson listened to him. So I just thought that was interesting. When I saw Wes Montgomery, I was like, somebody's a real guitar player. It's not like, heavy metal stuff. Not that you're not a real guitar player, but when I see jazz at a Goodwill, I know something's going on with that. Like Wes Montgomery, Django, there's got to be some other stuff. And then they had pretty unique items. It didn't say the Eddie Van Halen, songbook. It had these guys, which that's going to be a niche market. But I bought them all for $1. That chord book and one of the other, the chord book and maybe one other thing will probably pay for everything. I know that the West Montgomery will pay for everything. We'll see how quickly those sell. But all I'm going to do is take a picture of the outside, take a picture of the back, take a picture of the inside a little bit, just 3 or 4 pictures on each one, price them. I'll price them, $3 or $4 below what everybody else has it for, because they're pre-owned books, but these are from the 90s or 80s or whatever. So I'll price them like that. and I'll just roll with it. Um, if uh, if you if you like my videos, and I'd love for you to subscribe. I have, I think 36 subscribers. So if you like it, please subscribe. And if you have any questions about eBay, um, just let me know, and I'll be as helpful as I can. And God bless you, and we're praying for you here in Kentucky.
And he said unto them, Go ye into all the world, and preach the gospel to every creature. He that believeth and is baptized shall be saved, but he that believeth not shall be damned.